Hello ladies and gentlemen, Keaton here and welcome to Nuclear Throne update number 29. Now for those of you who don't know, this is a one time a week where we take a look at the latest Nuclear Throne update, grab that changelog, put it into video format for your viewing pleasure, and show you as much as possible. So with that said, before we head into update number 29, let's take a quick look back at update number 28. Now the main attraction of update number 28 was the inclusion of the brand spanking new IDPD chests. Now when a player touches these chests, it would spawn a IDPD ambush of many IDPD grunts, shooters, and inspectors all in your face, and you have to fight them off for a couple of ammo drops. It was very dangerous. Also included in update number 28 was new ambient tracks for certain levels, and mutations now show up on the game over screen. All of that and the included bug fixes and changes make up update number 28. If you would like a more in-depth look at update number 28, or if you would like to read the full changelog for yourself, head over to our previous video because we're going into update number 29. Sound effects. Now the main attractions for update number 29 are the 3 brand new weapons added to the game: the smart gun, the heavy crossbow, and the blood hammer. Now I've not had to say this in a long time, but unfortunately I do not have footage for these weapons. Now I do have a reason. Now there's a certain way I usually record brand new weapons added to the game, and unfortunately due to outside circumstances I was not able to record these weapons, and they're apparently very rare because I spent an extra hour or so, running through the game. Couldn't find any of them, so unfortunately I do not have any footage for you. But I can read you the description straight from the changelog. So this is how Vlambeer described the 3 new weapons. First up, you have the smart gun. It's a high rate of fire machine gun that automatically targets the enemy closest to the cursor, so I'm assuming it has like a homing effect on it. The heavy crossbow is a crossbow that uses 2 bolts to do double damage. Now I'm assuming it's like a regular crossbow, but just fires 2 bolts, exactly as it says. Now the blood hammer's description in particular intrigues me, especially considering it's a blood weapon. Now the blood hammer seems to cause blood explosions on impact and costs absolutely no ammo. Now that's what they stress in the description, but I'm telling you, if it's anything like the blood launcher, anytime you use the blood hammer, expect to lose some health in the process. I'm just saying, if experience has taught me anything, that's exactly what the blood hammer does. But yes, like I said, I have no footage for that this week, so unfortunately I can't back up anything I just said with visual proof. At the time of recording, I do not know the future of this situation, so unfortunately I can't let you know how we're going to cover these things in the future. But if I can, somehow on update 30, I'll maybe look back at these if you guys would like me to. For now, it is what it is. It's an unfortunate situation, but I'm confident that we'll have this entire thing fixed by next week. So, moving on. There are new sound effects for the fire salamanders and the basic guardians. Now those are very hard to isolate on their own, so if you want to hear them for yourself, time to get busy and killing those mutants and checking it out for yourself, yeah? Sorry. Gold and cursed weapons now have colored outlines on the HUD. So if you ever pick up a regular sledgehammer and a golden sledgehammer, you will now know which one is which. Awesome. And those make up the new features for this week. With those out of the way, let's take a quick look at the fixes and changes for the week, because there is quite a significant one this week. Yes! So the main event for this week's fixes and changes is quite a big one, and I think a lot of players are going to really like this change because we've been wanting it for a long time. And this was actually buried pretty deep in the changelog. Anyway, the change this week that I think a lot of people are going to be excited about is the new camera behavior with portos. Now when the portal would show up, the camera would zip away from you and it would try to create a sort of middle ground between the distance between the player and the portal. And it made it really difficult to see where you were going because the camera was so pulled far away from you, and sometimes you would even walk off screen and you wouldn't be able to see where you were going. That fortunately has finally been changed, and the pull is not as significant, so now you have a lot more free reign to walk around the level and not have to worry about walking off screen. So that, I think, is going to be something that a lot of players are really happy about. So go out there, don't worry about the portals anymore, destroy things to your heart's content, and move on when you're ready. You know, because you don't get pulled anymore. Woohoo! Another nice change comes in the form of, actually a couple things changed with the IDPD this week, but the more significant thing that was changed this week is IDPD will now only throw grenades when you are within range of them. So in theory, this means that they will no longer just be throwing grenades. So, you know, you're no longer coming across the level later on and everything is obliterated by grenades. That apparently should no longer be an issue, if I'm interpreting the changelog properly. And one of the final major changes this week was the change to the laser pistol's rate of fire. Now in the past, the laser pistol was pretty strong, especially early on. You know, it was a very powerful weapon and it could carry you pretty far on its own. Unfortunately, that has been changed and it no longer does as much damage as it usually did. So for example, you would usually be able to take out a bandit in one shot. Now it takes 2 shots, so it pretty much acts like a pistol slash machine gun that you have to constantly click to fire. So like a non-automatic machine gun, you know. Yeah. So unfortunately, you laser pistol aficionado cowboys out there, myself included, we have to deal with a now severely nerfed laser pistol. Yay or boo, depending on your stance on laser pistols. But that wraps up the balances, fixes, and changes for the week. As usual, I skipped over quite a few of them, so if you would like to read the complete full changelog for yourself, check the link in the description below. Let's move on to my thoughts and opinions for the week. So obviously this is going to be a shorter than usual video, unfortunately. That's just how things go. Again, I'm in the process of figuring out what exactly happened. So hopefully by next week, all the issues will be fixed. Don't worry guys, nothing is changing. I'm going to make sure that this keeps running, and if at all possible, I will never have to say I do not have footage for that ever again. Fingers crossed. I guess it's obvious, it's nice that the IDPD are no longer going to just be completely destroying the level before you even get there. I always found that kind of silly. It sort of ruined the whole point of playing the game, kind of, in some sense, especially when they would get really crazy with the grenades and just like destroy half the level before you even get there. So not only do you miss out on the rads, you miss out on the ammo and health drops. So hopefully that's been fixed. Laser pistol, I'm not too big on that. I felt like the laser pistol was like my last bastion of hope of actually like surviving. If today was any indication, I mean, I picked up the pistol a whole bunch of times, really didn't help in the long run, got my butt kicked anyway. So yeah, it's something I'm gonna have to deal with. Kind of sad about it, but you know, that's how things go. I guess the laser pistol is now pretty much just like every other weapon in the game. I don't know if that's a good thing for me personally, but you know, that's that. So yeah. I don't know, that's really all I got this week. Unfortunately, I would have loved to have opinions on the weapons. I'm sure I have opinions on the weapons hopefully by Thursday, which has seemed to become like a ritualistic thing, or that sounds weird. It seems to become a regular thing that every Thursday I post Nuclear Throne playthrough videos nowadays. That really started like organically. So I guess it's Nuclear Thursdays. Yay. Oh, that sounds so cheesy. But yeah, I'm sure I will have more opinions on this as I play it more this week. Again, I apologize for the lack of content this week. It was really out of my control. I'll definitely try my best to make sure that I can cover as much as possible next week. So please do not be discouraged. I know how much you guys like these videos, so I'm going to do my best to make sure they are as top quality as possible every single week. So yes, you have my word on that. But let's brighten it up before we head out, because that's a really bad tone to go out on. Let's do a couple of plugs, because there are a lot of cool things that happened this week, actually. First up, before I go any further, there's a brand new challenge this week that you can find on the Steam forums. It's called the Rami RNG Challenge. And you know what? This is an actual challenge that would appeal to my playstyle, because you need to have a melee weapon at all times. So, well, you have to start and end the level with a melee weapon, but I mean, come on. Why would you ever drop a melee weapon, am I right, guys? But yeah, so it's a very melee-centric challenge for anyone out there who would like to try it. Head over to the Steam forums and you know, give it a shot. This was something I was hoping that would really make its way to the web, because when I read about it in Gama Sutra and stuff, I was just like, I want to see this so bad. And it was finally put up on the web this week. It's Vlambeer's talk from GDC 2014, and it's about Nuclear Throne development and the way that they've been doing it, early access, all of that good stuff. It's a really good talk. You guys should definitely check it out if you are interested in the whole early access concept and everything that Vlambeer's been doing with it, like the live streams and everything. They talk about it. And for any other reason, good old Tengu Drop and even Sleep Cycles gets a nice mention in the video. So that's very, very awesome to see. You know, it was one thing reading about it in a article, it was another to see it straight up from the talk itself. And, you know, give it a watch. Again, total unbiased opinion aside, it's a really good talk. It's completely free to watch. It's on the GDC Vault. So yeah, check the link in the description below if you would like to watch it for yourself. It is quite awesome. Oh, by the way, if none of that matters, Yu-Gi-Oh! Even has a performance in it. So yeah, man, it's got everything. Anyway, that'll do it for update number 29. Once again, I apologize. It was not top form this week. I promise next week it shall return to top form. Well, as top form as I can make it. Anyway, yes, if you would like to learn more about Nuclear Throne, or if you would like to purchase it yourself, head over to nuclearthrone.com. And as always, if you would like to participate in polls, you know, made by the fans for the fans, or if you would like the metadata and all that other good stuff run by the fans of Nuclear Throne themselves, head over to the Nuclear Throne wiki. Link to said wiki can be found in the description below. And with that said, that will wrap up this week's look at the latest Nuclear Throne update. Thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope it was informative. And I'll see you guys next week. Bye!
Someone's calling for help. Something weird's happening. Flashing. What did he just say? Only beam of light in our lives are occasional mutated fish. I don't even